Hello everyone, it's Bebop07 here and welcome back to Niche the Funsie Tribe. Now in the last episode, a lot happened. So first off, we traveled to a brand new island. It turned out to be the Whale Island, not the Icy Island, and there is hope for the Icy Island. Apparently, when we go to leave, we get to choose what island we go to next, which means Icy Island might still be in our future. It does depend on the genetics we have at the time and how we feel at the time, but hopefully, icy biome. I just really love the icy biomes, okay? Anyway. Not only that, we had 2 new babies born. We had lovely little Noodle, who's a ridiculous child, honestly. He looks very cute. He looks a lot like his father. Oh my gosh, he looks very similar to his father, now that I think about it. Like, really, really similar. Although his spots seem to mirror his mother's a little bit more. Like, look at how she's got the splotch on her eye, he's got the splotch on his eye, and she's got like this little bottom patch, but he's got it on the top. He looks a little more like her, in my opinion. With the spot pattern, at least. But we had Noodle, and then we had Marzipan, who surprised us not only with this really light coloring, but the mask pattern, which is crazy. And we also had the first ever nicheling in this tribe pass away. Koraana was older than Nonpareil and Misery when we invited her into our tribe, and she was the oldest nicheling we had in the entire group, and she finally passed away. She passed away looking at the water around her, admiring the scenery, taking her time, enjoying conversations with her loved ones and with her new son-in-law, who she was making sure would properly take care of hers, Misery's, and Nonpareil's children, because even though she didn't directly give birth to Anais and Gremolata, she considered them her children as well. So she was making sure that they were well taken care of and that they had found a good mate, which was really sad. Misery, who was very, very close to her, and Nonpareil, of course, who was her mate, both are very distraught and upset, and they will probably both go off into the woods, either together or separate at first and then join up to grieve. I say the woods. It's a forest of grass. It's close enough, okay? It's close enough. They're going to go and grieve because they don't really want to be around people right now. They are overjoyed with their first grandchildren, but this is a very deep loss, and they're going to try to not be gone for too long because, of course, they still want to be around their kids and their family, but they need some time. So that's probably what they're going to do. And in the last episode, too, the adorable, extremely hyper, and mildly clueless Lentil has joined us. She's also fairly old compared to the rest of our nichelings, but that doesn't change her energy, her hyperness, her hyperactivity. And when Lava Cake had found the news, he invited her with one of his acorn cakes, and she's just like, oh, super chatty. She's like, oh my goodness, this is so good. Also, I've never seen you guys before. Where are you from? What are you doing here? Oh my goodness, wait, you acorn cakes? You can make these out of acorns? Acorn tree? Oh, I know an acorn tree. I can take you to an acorn tree. Oh my goodness, this is really cool. Also, can I have some of those berries? Also, what's going on? Hi, I'm Lendo. She is all over the place. She is ridiculous. I don't think she's even been told yet that they just lost anybody, which as they travel, she'll probably be told by the end of this turn, and she'll be like, oh, I am so sorry. I am sorry for your loss. That is awful. And do you want a hug? Would that help? She doesn't know how to handle those situations. In any case, now that we are at the next turn, I think we're going to go ahead and let Misery and her mate go further into the grass on their own. We'll reveal that. It'll be helpful to have more and more nests revealed so that we don't have to keep using up all of our nesting material to make these. Misery is going to leap ahead of him, and it looks like they're choosing to stick by each other so far, and it makes sense. They started this journey together, and they met Koraana, invited her into the tribe together, and both loved her very deeply. So it only makes sense that they would likely end up mourning together. So yeah, everybody leave them alone. Okay, let them be sad, let them grieve, let them mourn for their beloved friend who is now gone. And in the meantime, everybody else, you know, Muffin has his own kids he's got to take care of now. Gremolata is going to be very careful with the new baby. They're both going to be very cautious with the new babies. I don't think they're going to have any new kidlets right away. And I don't really know where to put Anais, actually. I don't think they're going to have any new babies right away, so I might as well have her smack the nest and get that nesting material back. She's going to stick by her baby. Black Forest Cake is still sniffing for roots, and she is trying to bury herself in that work. Alana's just kind of been alone over here, not sure what to do. She's feeling very lost, especially with the loss of her mother. She is the youngest, and it might be a good idea to actually bring her closer to her family. So, you know, she's young, she's scared. She is, let's see, she's 11 days old. Yeah, she is the youngest of this family, so she needs some comfort. So I think she's gonna come over to her new Uncle Muffin and her older sisters Anais and Gremolata and just be like, I'm sad. I miss Mom. Why am I making you so sad? I mean, like, in any case, Red Velvet Cake will use his newfound skills to hunt us a mole. Lava Cake and Lentil. Oh, she's going to snatch up this berry. She's like, you can't leave any berries behind. You can't do that. Like, trust me, they're so good. You gotta grab every food you can come across. I'm sure that's one of the important things she's learned, which is probably why she I feel like she would sneak acorn cakes. You know, when Lava Cake's not looking, you just be like, oh, but they're so good. It's like, you know, it's like, you already had like 3, like you're allotted 3 or something. You already had some. These are for later. You can have some, like, you can go have some roasted mole with, I don't know, acorn batter, you know, fried something. But no more acorn cakes. And then she definitely feels like the type who would sneak around and just sneak it, like stealing from the cookie jar. Yeah, you read like that to me. So we have passed the first turn since we've come back. I'm going to go ahead and just have her gather up the grass. It's good to keep it gathered. There is a lot of regrowing grass here, which is not bad. Our tribe has grown. We're going to pass the turn here. Holy heckadoodles. I thought I just heard something. What was that? Oh, that must have been the whale. I am a goober. Anyway. Anyway, look. Black Forest Cake has grown up. It's so crazy. Before we do anything, I think we're going to go ahead and let these two kind of continue further into the grass with one another. She can grab behind, he can leap ahead, and they can continue to make a path for one another as they go off to their own little solace spot. And honestly, just, this is not a bad little area for them to kind of just rest in peace. Rest in peace. Well, not in peace, hopefully not. I mean, one piece. You know what? They can recover. They can recover. They still have quite a long way to go. There is a chance maybe they'll have another baby. Who knows, you know? In the meantime, how Lentil must have been related, you know? By this point, I think she has been told, and she is a little more subdued, maybe even apologetic. I heard some weird noises. Hearing so many weird noises. And, you know, she's listened to the tale. She's trying to be helpful and trying to clear up the grass and attempting to restrain her natural hyper nature. And I think, I'm debating on if I really want to try to have... They both have the same immunity, and they both have no paw. Oh, that's no fingers. They both have no paw, which is a risk. Man, she's just got not great genetics. I might just have to let it go by without her having any babies, because it's just, it feels like too many. I don't know. We'll see how the story goes. But Lava Cake is at the very least relieved to have a distraction, you know, to not have to worry about, I guess, the pain as much, which is maybe, you know, he doesn't have to think about it as deeply. Oh my gosh, Muffin, you have so much food. We're gonna give it another couple days before these two try to have kids with Muffin again. In the meantime, Black Forest Cake, she might call her younger sister Alana, who, you know, wants to be by her family. We'll see if Alana follows after her or not. We're gonna destroy this nest so we can have the nesting material back. There's not really much that these older sisters can do right now. Probably just try to keep it from being too dark and like keeping the glass. Oh crud, I did not want her to grab that. Any birds? I don't know if birds show up on this island or not. Grass clear. I'm not really sure what they could be doing right now. I don't know. I think they're just focusing on being by each other and having a strong family unit, and also probably a little bit like distracted and focused on comforting Alana, the youngest of this family, aside from the new babies, which is funny because she's not that much older than them. Her little nieces and nephew. Like, oh, that's so cute. And these two are recovering. We're gonna go ahead and pass the day. Okay, gonna listen. Gonna sniff. There's Bunny. There's a bunny. You know, bunny could be a beneficial thing. Like, these two, like Grimalana and Anais, are bunny hunters, so it might be worth moving them up towards that nest. In any case, we're gonna have to make sure we keep an eye on food. Why do you only... You move so slowly. So slowly. It's been a few days, or, you know, however long that translates to, for these guys, and we have the tree. We have the tree. So, I don't know if that's an acorn tree, guys. I don't know if acorn snacks are just going to be a thing of the past. I am so perplexed. Red Velvet Cake is just going to focus on clearing up this area while Lava Cake is trying to investigate. Oh, he's shaded. Ooh, that could be good. If we could find another... Is there another... Not another bush in this area, but shaded. So maybe that's what those beech trees can help with, because we got some, you know, very big furred critters over here, and that might be able to help them really gather more food and just add more benefit, you know, to the tribe. Meanwhile, Ilana is still actively disappointed by how few roots there are. She is not sure if she's very pleased with this island. If anything, she's starting to get more and more displeased the more she's explored, because one root, where are the herbs? Okay, where are the roots for her poultices and her little teas, her herbal teas that she likes to make to help make everybody feel less sick, maybe help somebody sleep better? Where are they? Okay, Ilana needs those. Okay, she needs them. Do you understand? She needs them. Also, I need to remember to take pictures just because it's fun. Look. Ah, little snappy picture. I think these two are starting to come, not necessarily to the end of their mourning period, but like to a more stable mental state. And it's been a little bit, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to let them have another kiddo. I think I will. We'll give it a shot. There you go. It's a little sad that this kidlet will not know Koraana, but they will hear about her, and they will know about her through the rest of the family. Speaking of the rest of the family, I do want to be careful because trying to follow so many nichelings and keep their stories is a little taxing, and it definitely makes the game go slower if I'm trying to keep it storied. So, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to have these guys we're just going to focus on clearing the grass. Grandmalada's keeping it, like, wait, no, not Grandma. They're keeping an eye on the kids, and Lana's currently watching them. She will eventually be joining her sister Black Forest Cake, and trying to find roots, although she doesn't care quite as much about it. She seems a little more like, you know, a little bit more like Grandmalada, honestly, like kind of goes with the flow, goes wherever she feels strongest, and she does care about her sister Black Forest Cake, but she might feel that it makes more sense for her to stay and help take care of the youngest members of the family, like how they took care of her shortly after Koraana's passing. And it is very interesting. Look at how cute. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe we have the sticky tongue in the recessives. Like, what? And we have heat body, which here is not going to help. But on the next island, which hopefully will be the icy island, which we won't see for a while anyway, it should be pretty beneficial. We actually do have a lot of genetics that I am hoping to really get a good look at. Let me see. Where can I just look at the genes? I just want to look at the genes. Okay. Here we go. We have almost gotten to 50 days survive, so hopefully this will unlock. This is for 100 days, so that's a ways away. Oh, all of these beautiful things we have to invite people into. We only have 5 generations right now. Oh my gosh. Soon we will unlock a lot of these genetics. Actually, why did I close this? There is something I was thinking about working on. Spend time in a hot climate. I don't know if this is really considered a hot climate because it is not changing. Do we have to do both, or is it either one of them? I forget you could collect insects. Oh my goodness. We have to receive attack. Spend time in cold. Collect on toxic berry bush. Now see, that is something I really want to work on. A lot of our poison genes. I can't really tell, but I'm hoping that since this island has some other like smelly tree things and so on, that it might also possibly have some healing fruits, so that if we do smack and try to gather from the spiky thingamajigs right here and the poison or toxic berry bushes, where is the toxic berry bushes, that hopefully we can actually start like unlocking those genetics. I would really like to do that. In any case, we're gonna go ahead, pass the turn again. Oh, sniff, listen, there's that bunny again, and there's that mole. So it looks like with this tree no longer being an acorn tree, this trio has no idea what they want to do. The really only mole hunter right here is Grandmalada, but she's also a berry gatherer, and she can't seem to step over there just yet. So we're gonna go ahead and I love being able to talk. Red Velvet Cake will smack up the mole to try and replenish our food stores, which are unfortunately starting to get a little bit low with this larger family that we have to take care of. Marzipan is older now, and she can move a little farther than her brother Noodle, it looks like. So she'll help her dad and try to learn how to gather berries from him. Noodle is actually he's arguably better at berry gathering than his sister. I am going to send him back here to work on it, and since these two are older and a little bit less in danger, wait a minute, you know, and let me finish this trail of thought with these guys. So Lentil and Lava Cake are now puzzling over this tree because Lentil was sure that this was what, this had to have been what you were talking about, right? This tree, right? This looks like what you described an acorn tree as. Can you make acorn cakes out of the leaves? Is that what it is? She thinks it's like, isn't this it? Isn't this what you were talking about? And he's like, it looks very similar. It should be, but there's nothing there. So they're puzzling over this. Lentil is very confused and maybe feeling a little bad because she could have sworn this was the tree. And he was like, no. I understand. This seemed like the tree. It seems like the one I used to gather from, but it's not. It's not quite it. So he is going to have to find something else to make delicious desserts out of because those acorn cakes, there are only so many of them left, especially with a little pilfering lady named Lentil over here. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about you, lady. Here, I'm gonna take some pictures. So it looks like the acorn tree is a bust. But now that we're starting to spread out, we can work on clearing this out and possibly adjusting the location of our nichelings a little bit and moving them up to the center here. We'll have to see. It might make more sense. There is a big cluster of berry bushes here, so it's kind of hard to leave it. But I mean, we can see that there's a lot of berry bushes around this area and it's closer to these two nests. So it might just be more beneficial to move everybody up, but they don't know that yet. They have not sniffed these. They have not noticed them. So for now, we're going to just focus bit by bit and maybe that'll become relevant like in the future. For now, Black Forest Cake is going to take a couple steps at a time and keep her nose to the ground. She is sniffing. She is trying to find the roots that are hiding from her. She has officially cleared this path as well, which will make it easy for travel. And she might find us this other berry bush. Can she sniff it? She can't. It is just out of range. But she's working on it. And she is very displeased right now with this island. She's like, hey, where's my stuff? Okay, like where is my stuff? Come on. Like, what is even going on? All right? Like, I need the roots. I need the herbs. Okay? I was promised herbs, which, technically she wasn't. But, she feels entitled to them, and she is very upset that they are not there. Much like her, Anais, now that she is able to move around a little bit more with her kidlets being able to learn from their father how to properly gather berries, she is going to be following after the scent of the bunnies she's been sniffing. She can smell them. Her parents have told her about them, calling her up, and maybe... Oh, there's the bunny. There's the bunny. Oh my gosh! She's going to be able to take the bunny out for the first time. Misery has hunted down a bunny. Maybe she listened to how her daughters did it, and she took some notes, just casually investigating, waiting for it to jump within range and waiting to pounce. It was good. She did a good job. With bunnies, you really need to take the opportunity if it is presented to you. Gremolata, I think Gremolata is probably going to look into... Okay, it didn't destroy it. Might not be best to destroy those just yet. She's probably going to look into investigating up here as well, but a lot of her family's already up there, so she might just wait to hear word from her sister, Anais, to see if perhaps it is better to move up a little bit, and hopefully they'll find some more of the berries. We'll go ahead and we'll pass the turn again. Oh no. Oh no. So, can I click on you yet? We have our first rogue male. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Before we do anything else, Misery's just casually grabbing up her food. He is sick. What are his... He's got the D immunity. Do we have the D immunity? You know what? For a rogue male, he is surprisingly not that bad. It is unfortunate that he's got the two... like deformed paws. He doesn't have horns, which I don't know how big of a deal that is. He could be a lot worse. He could be a lot worse. But let's look at our genetics, like our family tree really quick. I would like to look. Anais have, oh, we have the D immunity. He is of no benefit to us right now. Wait, will that like, no gene? How do I, there we go. He is of no benefit to us. So I think with him making eyes at his sister, we're going to smack this dude. Red Velvet Cake is quite suddenly going on the offensive, which is a little bit confusing to people around him because this tribe has not had to deal with any dangers. But something about this rogue male is setting Red Velvet Cake on edge. So we're going to try and we're going to beat this guy up. Now, luckily for us, Misery is also dangerous. She is, oh, I think he's trying to go for Lentil. We're going to move Lentil out of the way. Yeah, let's go ahead and send Red Velvet Cake on a little chase here. He is going to try and take down this dude as much as possible. We are going to have to keep an eye on him because he will likely try to go for Lentil. Red Velvet Cake is shouting warnings to his family. He's like, hey, there's this crazy guy who's trying to go after our ladies, you know, and we're going to try to keep Lentil out of view, which, you know, Red Velvet Cake is not appreciating this dude trying to go after Lentil, okay? She's a goober. She steals his acorn cakes, but he's developed a protective, like, an attachment to her, okay? An affection. He is not gonna let her get, like, messed with, okay? Like, yeah. Oh, you better run. Okay, he is trying to go around. Perfect. We're going to have to keep a close eye on him in between every turn. It looks like everybody's kind of gearing up for an attack. And after hearing about this, all of our other ladies are going to be on high alert. And so is Muffin. Let's see. Muffin is a little bit slower, but he still packs quite a wallop. So he might focus on... Actually, he might... Let's see. Let's sniff. This is a threat. They are going to get rid of this guy. He is dangerous. But for now, we're going to actually redirect just a little bit. So we're going to let his kids focus on gathering. We're going to sniff in between. And listen. He's still right there. Does she have enough to even take it down? I don't think she can take the bunny down. So she's going to ignore the bunny, I think. She will still jump forward, though. She doesn't see any roots. Okay, he's moving further away. For now, it looks like it's not too big of a risk. Ah, she still took the bunny out. Not as good about it, but she was able to do it. The guy's hiding over there. Okay, he's going to take a long time to get rid of. In the meantime, we'll actually go ahead and let everybody else continue with their chores. We're going to try to keep an eye on things. And Muffin, I think with this coming to light, he and his mates are going to go ahead and try to have a couple more kiddos. Your fertility has literally not been an issue, dude. I don't understand why I was like, oh, fertility might be troublesome. It has literally not been a problem for us, like, at all. It's kind of funny how just unproblematic it has been. We are going to actually bring him a little closer to Anais so that she doesn't have to go as far. Oh, there's a little bit of a trouble. And now we just have Misery. We're going to clear up the grass again, and her mate Nonpareil. This guy's trying to come back. We're gonna keep an eye on him. Okay, he went in a direction we didn't want him to go. Nonpareil is going to try and help his son chase this rogue off and corner it. I don't think we have anybody else who can really move. It's just Nonpareil. At the very least, he's kind of trapped between Nonpareil and lava cake, and in the next turn we will have another nicheling, probably a couple of other nichelings. I wasn't intending to have anybody breed that soon, but you know, to protect him from this guy, especially because he's got so much life left, you gotta do what you gotta do. In any case, I think that might actually be it for this episode. We have encountered our first rogue male. We have also encountered... Actually, that's really it. That's all we've encountered. Oh, except for discovering the fact that this is not an acorn tree and we were lied to. Certain family bonds have continued to grow and build. We have a new line of the family starting over here, and possibly, even though it might not be the healthiest genetic match, perhaps these two. We'll have to see. I have to think on it just a little bit. If I am gonna have it happen, then I'm gonna give it maybe 3 to 4 more days, and then we'll see. In any case, that's gonna be it for this episode, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, but I gotta be popping out of here, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.